I've found in litigating so many of these truck wreck cases for a number of years that it always goes back to the company. You know, what you can kind of find yourself doing is you can look at the wreck itself and stop there. And I don't think you might find the what happened by doing that, but you don't find the why. And my job's to find the why. I want to know why the wreck happened. And so what you got to do is dig deep. And that's what I get hired to do, to dig and dig and dig. And that's what it takes. It takes persistence. It takes knowledge. And it just takes a I won't quit attitude until you finally find out why that truck wreck happened. Because what you'll see is a guy who ran a red light or a stop sign, or he was speeding, or he fell asleep at the wheel. And you could stop right there. You know what? I can win a case just by saying he ran the stop sign. But by doing that, I'm not doing my client justice, because I didn't find out the why. Why didn't he stop at the stop sign? Well, it could be that the trucking company itself didn't have the brakes on that truck that it needed to have. Maybe the tires were bald and he did put on his brakes, but it didn't stop. The maintenance procedures were poor. You know what it could have been? It could have been that they weren't enforcing the hours of service regulations that makes him take rest and breaks to stay rested and alert at the wheel. He could have been using a phone, or he could have been using the various devices in his truck he has to communicate and not looking at the wheel. He could be medically unqualified to drive. A lot of drivers out there have sleep apnea problems. They have issues with diabetes, high blood pressure, and they can have a medical issue that's causing them to not be the fittest person they need to be to drive a big truck like that. It's the why that we need to find out. What's going on? Did they not train that driver properly? Were they not supervising that driver properly? Did they not have the procedures in place as a trucking company to prevent him from doing whatever it is he did? And so that's my job. That's how I see my job, is to dig in and find out the why behind what happened in a truck wreck case. I had a case not long ago where a Werner truck was going backwards on the highway. That should never happen. Of course that's wrong. I could have stopped there and probably got a good resolution of that case, but what I needed to do was to dig in and find out, what did Werner know? This guy had failed his training 3 times, twice at another company and once at Werner, before they put him on behind the wheel of a truck. He just wasn't a good driver. He wasn't going to follow instructions. He wasn't going to do what he was told to do. He failed 3 training classes to become a truck driver, and then a month later he was backing down the roadway. A good trucking company should have saw that coming a mile away, and they didn't. And that was the why in that case.